Hi, welcome to GIAGATT's Country Kitchen. Hey, these are purple whole peas that we grew in our garden. I've got all these shelled and cleaned and picked through, and we're going to put some up, but I'm also going to show you how to make a quick batch while you're putting them up. So if you look at one of our other videos we just got put out on green tomatoes, I showed you how to make those quick and easy. And boy, there's nothing that goes better with purple whole peas than green tomatoes. So right now, I have some water boiling. And it's so easy to have your peas all year round. Just simply, the hardest part is getting out there and planting them and shelling them. That's the challenging part. Now, if you have a bunch of peas and you're new to gardening, one thing that you can do, we did not do this year, but you can do. You can take your peas and have them shelled at your local co-op. A lot of times they have shellers there. Just check with them and see where maybe somebody has one. It's usually about $3 a bushel. So that'll help you because it takes time to shell this many peas. This is a lot of peas. And boy, that's a lot of work. And this is just the first harvest, so we've got more to come. So I have a pot of water boiling. You just want it to come to a good boil. And what we're going to do is I have a basket that will fit in the water. Now I have a canning, a big tall one also that has a strainer in it that you can pull up and use, but we're just going to do this one real quick. And let me show you. All you're going to do is get this basket and get your clean peas put in it. I mean, this is as simple as you can get, okay? You just want to make sure that your water covers the peas. Let it get good and hot here. Let's see. Okay. And now you just let it boil for 2 minutes. So as soon as I start seeing all these bubbles coming back up, we're going to set a timer for 2 minutes. And then we're going to just take these out, and I have a tray ready that we'll put these on to let them cool. Now, what you can do before you get going, always have you some freezer bags that you're going to use, and go ahead and label them. I have purple whole peas 2026 on them. You always think, oh, I'll get to that later, but sometimes later doesn't come, and then you end up wondering, well, what year is those peas I got in there? And so you need to make sure that you know that, so do that ahead of time. I like to just get a bunch of them out and go ahead and have them labeled and just set them aside. So we're going to set these right here. And as this is called blanching. So we're just blanching our peas, and we're just going to give them about 2 minutes. We'll give just a little bit longer. And this is a very simple process. Get you a little tray or something that you can put them on. And I keep all my old worn out dish towels, and I use them for this purpose and doing things. We just clean them really good, and then you're going to lay these out and let them cool completely to the touch and let them drain before you put them into your bags. Okay? So we've been about 2 minutes on these. So we're just going to lift these out of here. Some of the little ones will fall through. So after a while, I'll go ahead and I'll strain this, put clean water in, and then we'll go again. So we're going to just take and strain these and let them cool over here. I just dump them out and spread them out so that they can cool completely. And I have a big wash tub that I'll put these in after they sit here and drain a minute so that they can finish up cooling while I continue making multiple batches. So we're going to put that back in there. And here we go. We're going to put some more peas in here. Okay, let's just make sure that our water is up here covering. We don't want to get too many in at once. There we go. Now, we're going to let those go 2 minutes, and just real quick like, we're going to get some peas ready so we can have some to eat now. So I'm going to put about 4 cups in my pressure cooker. This is so, just peas are so easy to do. They're great and they're easy. We're going to put a little oil in here. Just squirt it around. I'm going to put 3 to 4 squirts of liquid smoke. And that was olive oil. I love my liquid smoke. We're going to take and put, usually you put about a teaspoon of salt to a quart of beans. Now, you can adjust that taste because it will probably need a little more. But that'll get you, where you're good for the cooking. I'm going to put a good, about half teaspoon of black pepper. And since these are fresh, you don't have to add a whole lot of extra water. You just want enough to really come up over them and have just about a ½ inch over the top, a quarter to a ½ inch. That's all you need. Okay. And then we're going to put our lid on, close it, and I'm going to hit the stew button on it and let that cook. Okay? So that'll be going while we're doing this. And it doesn't take no time. That's all you got to do, these peas, and they'll be ready to eat when it's time. Okay, we're going to take these that we've had cooling, and I'm just going to put them in my wash tub here because we just want to get all that excess water off of them, because whenever we get them frozen, we don't want ice in with it. So we're going to dump these on here now. And you just really continue this process. And then once they're all nice and cool, you just start bagging them up into your freezer bags, your labeled freezer bags. Just spread them out. And I believe we can get one more batch in here before I need to change the water. So we'll go ahead and do that. And see, it don't take no time. You can do this. Grow you some peas. They're easy to grow. Saves you a lot of money at the grocery store. If you can get some peas and okra going and some tomatoes, it's not hard to grow these plants. And I know here in Alabama, they really do really well. I know there's different temperature climates you have to deal with at different places. But if you have the ability to do this, this is good eating that will feed a family really cheap. It'll save you a lot of money at the grocery store. So we got 2 more minutes here. Let this get going. And you'll see, as you're taking the peas in and out, the water has to warm back up before you can start your 2-minute count. So just when you start seeing the bubbles coming up, then go ahead and start your 2 minutes. And that's all it takes. What you're doing is you're just, killing off any of the bacteria, and you're just getting these where they're safe for freezing and keeping. And all you need to do to use them is take that frozen peas out. I just put them right into my pressure cooker and do the same thing you see me do with the fresh ones. You don't have to have much water in them because you've got the water that's already frozen within the peas. So you do it just exactly like you do the fresh peas. And you'll see it doesn't take no time for them peas to get done. Once that pot hits pressure, it'll start cooking, and it takes 35 minutes. They're done. You let the pressure come off of them, and they're ready to eat. So by the time you can mix up cornbread and your cornbread will be done about the same time your peas are. Okay, we're starting the clock. You see I've got the bubbles coming up, starting to boil right here. And as you do multiple sets of this, you're going to see you start getting more foam. You see that foam on there? You're going to start getting more foam on there. So that's whenever I know I'm going to change my water, is after I do multiple steps of this. So we're going to get this one done. Let these cool. And then once I get these all finished up and cool and ready to package, I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, we're back here. That little bit that I had done, I went ahead and bagged a couple quarts here just to show you how I have them labeled and got them bagged. And we're going to finish up with some more of these peas here. We're going to throw another batch in. Got some fresh water, and it's all ready to go. See how it's boiling? Make sure your water's boiling before you get started. Once the peas get in there, it may drop that temperature a little bit. So remember to let that get on up there like it should. And see, it's all ready, because this is nice fresh water starting to boil again. So we're going to start 2 minutes. We'll let John start us 2 minutes, and we will get these all done. So I will be back in a minute, and I will show you the rest of this process after I get all of these blanched and ready, and we'll get these bagged up and see how many we got. So put in the comments how many bags you think this bowl is going to give me. How many quarts? And we'll see how many we get in the end. Hey, we're back. Got them all done. And looky, here's our peas. They're all done too. And we've got these beautiful peas cooked in the same amount of time it took us to get all of our peas ready for the freezer. They're all blanched and ready. And all together we have 9 quarts here and 1 quart here. So that bowl made 10 quarts. So let's see who all's got that right. But we're going to have this nice big bowl of purple whole peas, and get us some juice in there for our cornbread. And I've got some tomatoes and cucumbers and onions from our garden with some homemade cornbread. And that's just the good stuff right there. So if you're looking for a way to save money and groceries are high and you're just trying to get that price down a little bit, well, this is the way to do it. Grow you some peas and tomatoes and onions and cucumbers. It's easy to do, and you know, you can save a lot of money that way. So check out the green tomato recipe that I've got out, the cooking show that I put out, and you can have you some green tomatoes with this as well. So you just can't beat it. I sure appreciate y'all watching. Please like and subscribe, and just, you know, if you have any hints or anything you want to see made, any garden things you're interested in, you know, drop us a comment. Let us know. We'd really appreciate it. You have a blessed day, and I pray God will just fill your life with joy and happiness. And each and every day, you'll see God's beauty in all these plants and the creation that He gave us. Thank you.